Got our friends Janae and Nathan on board with us. They live in Panama and came to join us for our sail from Panama City to where they live in Buenaventura.
Janae and Nathan were last on board with us in San Blas, so it was great to see them again and catch up. Our first anchorage was the popular island of Taboga, which is a popular day trip destination from Panama City. Taboga has beautiful beaches and a quaint town to explore.
Taboga has an interesting history, from being used by the Spanish as a base from which to loot the riches of Peru and South American continent, to a notorious pirate hideout, to the hospital and sanitarium for workers with yellow fever and malaria during the early days of construction of the canal. Among those that recovered here was Paul Gauguin, the famous French impressionist who worked on the canal for $5 a day.
And then there's shops and things. Little island, and we're just anchored in the bay down there for the night.
Today this island is declared a wildlife refuge and there are many species of birds and flowers. There's lots of tankers anchored outside the island, just waiting to pass the canal.
Oh, all those ships.
You keep it.
No,
Why not?
can't have a chicken on the boat.
Catch it. You said if you catch
It's a nice house, eh?
Shortly after leaving Taboga, the fishing line went.
Some now.
Let him have a go, Dill, please.
I think it could be a big snapper. Okay. Is it on anymore? Yeah, it's on. Yeah, go. Dylan, ease up.
Yeah, there, but it'll be in a sec. Okay, listen, why don't you let Nathan have a go? Come.
Turn around, I mean.
Stand up. Dylan, come on.
Oh, he's biting. Oh, my word.
Get the gap.
Goodness.
Keep him up here. Don't let him go down. And the weight is
7.
There's a tiny island off the coast called Isla Buena, which we decided was a great place to anchor off for the night.
Woke up the next morning, and thankfully the wind was great, so we managed to get the sails up and we had a brilliant sail, heading straight for our destination.
We were lucky to have the perfect sailing and swell conditions for our entry into the completely man-made Buenaventura marina.
Buenaventura is a luxury housing estate located 2 hours drive from Panama City. It has the most amazing facilities, including golf courses, restaurants, beach clubs, sports courts of various types, gyms, swimming pools and more.
Their most recent addition is the marina, which is the only marina we have ever seen with its own beach.
The entrance is quite hard to spot from the water, as the marina lies inland, so you need to navigate through a small breakwater channel before reaching it. Because of the huge tidal ranges, we could only go through this channel at high tide, so that we had enough water under our keels. The deepest part of the channel is 2 meters, which means deeper draft boats should not even attempt this.
After safely docking, we couldn't wait to go and explore the beautiful surroundings.
As the marina had only opened a few months earlier, everything was brand new.
Yeah, if it's a heavy boat.
This drone image shows the marina at low tide. You can see all the sandbags on the beach that have been placed there to keep the sand in place.
We absolutely loved the pool and found ourselves playing in it for far more than we should have.
Normally, whenever we are on a marina, it means work, 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 to get all those jobs done that are difficult to do at anchor. But with the facilities like these, we couldn't face work and instead enjoyed ourselves as much as we could.
Nathan kindly took us for a tour of the neighborhood.
Generator is pretty necessary if you're working. If you're working from home. Yeah, because otherwise, you lose internet because you don't have power.
And how long does it go for?
Anywhere from a half hour to 3 days.
No way.
Some of the houses were huge and even had their own helicopter pads.
One of the biggest, the owner's place, what you can't really see from the road. Between 2 and, it kind of depends.
Outside the estate, Nathan showed us where the shops were so that we could go grocery shopping the next day.
So you'll see more of what the average Panamanian house is like, not what our community is like.
He very kindly lent us his car whilst we were there. Yeah, this is like that little town we used to go to get our food in the winter.
Why did they
Nathan doesn't remember.
He didn't know.
Why did they paint their houses when they could save all their money
Horses!
of painting their houses? Like, save the money instead of buying paint.
Oh, it's nice. It looks nice.
Yeah, but they could save the money, like, wow, you can see down all of the lakes.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Small luxuries make all the difference. Like having your own car that could drive us directly from the grocery store all the way to the dock was amazing. I could shop to my heart's content and not worry about how heavy our bags were or how we were going to fit them in the dinghy.
Next morning was departure day.
Adopted cruiser.
Exactly. So when you come to Buenaventura Marina, you get breakfast brought to you you get coffee, you get, wow, even little
Cheesy scrambled
hot,
eggs and sausages.
hot breakfast.
Toast.
Oh my God! To the two most amazing people. Breakfast deliverers.
All too soon it was time to say goodbye. We untied my car and made for the exit.
So we're a little bit nervous because we just had a sailor come to tell us to watch out for the breaking waves at the entrance. But I think it's going to be fine because we're high tide. What?
Yeah, I just saw one break.
Well, let's go and have a look. How's it looking there? He's standing here looking for you.
Yeah, that's big breakaway.
Is it big? Looking bad at the moment. Not too bad.
From the protection of the marina, we did not even think that there may have been waves in the entrance. In hindsight, we should have checked before we cast off the lines.
Okay, the gaps are 5 minutes, but more or less. Close all windows. Boys, go close these windows. Is it good now?
They're not coming all the way in, so if you go here and wait for your window and then just go.
So if you go here and wait and then watch.
And no, it's not always like that.
Is it not?
I mean, the second time I've seen it this year.
Oh wow, okay. Because that's why we're getting so much swell. So there's some coming in now.
How's the series coming again?
Now there's a few coming in.
You're not going.
You're not doing it. Yeah, that is breaking waves. No.
Going back. Oh, there will be another one coming. It seems only half.
We're coming back. We're not doing that. Luckily, we turned around because the breaking waves, we've seen YouTube videos of people trying to get out of a pass or a marina entrance with breaking waves, and we've always thought, why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just wait for the waves to get up to about here, I think, and we saw the swell coming through. One of the other cruisers was standing on the breakwater wall there, or the entrance wall there, looking at the sets. Some waves. These are more like the waves that were coming in when we were trying to go out. Oh, yeah, the big one. Barrel. Whoa!
This channel is actually quite shallow and also quite narrow, so you have to be quite careful when navigating through it. If you encountered a wave that could push you off course, and before you know it, you are on the rocks. The next day we waited for high tide again. This time we went to check on the waves. There were still some waves, but there was a good break between them.
What have we done? Oh my gosh. This was a really good family decision.
We were all pretty nervous.
I just need you to stay here. I'm happy here.
We asked Nathan to stand at the entrance and count the waves to get a sense of how many were in each set. We could then tell when there would be a break for us to go.
Okay, he's saying go. Bye guys! See you till next time. Thanks again. Despite the exciting exit, we had the most amazing time visiting Janae and Nathan at their home in Buenaventura.